Hello, how are you? It's Sue Maddox from maddoxcreations.com here with you today. It's been a little while since I had to find all my equipment again. I don't know what happens to the weeks. But time to have a nice good look through our new catalogue, or a little look at the cover here. So hopefully my customers, you've got yours in your mailbox by now. So I hope you've had a good look through. I've got another one around that's got 50 million little post-it notes happening all over it. I wonder what yours is looking like now. So I thought it was time to have a bit of a look through some of our new bits and pieces, and I thought I'd start with the new in colours. So let's have a little look at those. We'll flick over to here. Yep, there we go. So first up we've got Bumble Bee, which is this lovely yellow. So that's the first one there, and I thought I'd show you, while I'm showing you the colours, I thought I'd also show you, this is the new designs in the in colour DSP. So you get like a little pad with a few sheets of each colour, or actually quite a few sheets of each colour, and there's 4 different patterns. So there's this one which is actually like a little script pattern. I don't know if you can see that there. And on the back it's got a wood grain one. And then I'll show you the other 2 patterns when we get to the next colours. So that's that one. A little card. We've got 1 pack of pattern paper. Where is it? Over here. That's where are we? That features lots and lots of our new in colours. So this is a great little pack. I think it's, I'll have to go look. I didn't write my notes this time. I've got my little post-it notes to go look up the names of everything. But I made some cards just using a circle punch. And oh, hi Maria, hi Michelle, how are you? Good to see you. Now actually I just realised I haven't finished these because I didn't get around to putting the greeting on them, but anyway, I've picked out a couple of the ones from that little flowery pack. Let me just find the name of that. It's called Flowers for Every Season, and then the other 2 are from the little DSP pack as well. Hi Leanne. Oh, lots of people there today, thanks. So all I've done with this card is just use the what's it called? I haven't learnt all my colours yet. The Bumblebee for the base, and then I've got a sheet of the white, and I don't know if you can see, it's always a hard one to get a photo of, but I just ran it through the Subtles embossing folder, and it just gives it that little bit of a texture. So that's our first colours. Actually, I might even leave those without a greeting. I think I can just add the greeting when the occasion comes up. It's always handy to have a few around. What have I done? Here is my... This is disorganised me. I'm not very organised today. But this is cinnamon cider, and it's a beautiful, it's like a little warm, it's got a real warmth to it actually. I'm not sure if that's showing up. We've not got the best of light in here at the moment, but it's a really nice, nice cinnamony looking brown. I like this one. This is our other couple of patterns. So there's like a spotty one, and then on the back is this nice, I don't know what you call that, like a textured sort of looking pattern. So that's a handy pack to have just to go with your in colours. So you've got little matching bits. And I hope you like that card because I've got 5 versions of it. Here's what it looks like in the cinnamon cider. I wanted something nice and easy, so this was good. I could just grab out. Now I think I used the 1 3/8 punch because that's what I had on the shelf. I think we've got a 1.5 inch punch that'd give a similar sort of effect. Punched out a whole bunch of circles and then popped them on through that pack of paper. I just picked out some that had a little bit of the brown, the cinnamon cider in it to go with this one. So that's our next colour. That's a nice one. This one I love. This is the Just Jade. So it's a nice, it's almost got like a little emeraldy tone green. So that's beautiful. Here's our little circle card in that one. We just picked out a few of the patterns that had the greens in them. It's the embossing folder. It's one of those ones that you really can't see when you look at it in the catalogue what the pattern is, but it's just gives a little bit of a hint of a texture to it. Okay, that's that one. And that's our next one. I love this one too. This is about my favourite in colours in quite a while, I think. I really like these. This is called Magenta Madness. Nice bright lipstick pink. Beautiful. It's looking a little bit purpley toned on my screen there, so I'm not sure if you're getting quite the right colouring there. And here is our little circle one. There were lots of pinks in the flowers there, so that was a fun one to put together. If you're a pink person. And lucky last, and I think this is, well, it's a close with that pink, but I really like this Misty Moonlight. It's just a nice deep, yeah, just, I love that sort of, almost like a greyish blue. So that's that one. And here's our card in that one. And this was the first one I did, and it was when I didn't use the embossing folder. And it was like, ooh, just looks a little bit plain, I think. So this is the one over the top with the embossing folder. It just adds that little finishing touch. I quite like that one. Yeah, it's a nice nice pink, that one, isn't it, Leanne? I agree. Now, while I've got our colours out, I thought I'd show you, and this is a little bit hard to show on screen, but we've got some really nice, I'm just addicted to embossing folders. I think I've pretty much got all of them. And there's a couple I wanted to show you. So, and actually, I really need to go to the page. I think I've marked it in here so I can use the right names. Now, this one I bought on a bit of a whim because you couldn't really tell. It's called Tasteful Textile. Couldn't really tell what the pattern was, but I thought it looked like it was... looked quite nice, and yeah, it's just lovely. It's just got it's a bit like that Subtles one. This one's got more of a ripple to it, I think. So if you just like a little touch of texture, I think that would go with anything. It'd look nice with all the masculine cards and products, but really anything where you just want a little vintagey texture. They're so nice, Louise, aren't they, these colours? I agree with you. Now, a couple of little tiny, these come in a little pack of 2, and this pack is called Greenery, and it's got this little one here. So it goes up to, I didn't chop off the edge, I've just used that bit. Isn't that nice with the leaves? I love this one. I can see myself using this a lot. That's the little baby ones. That's probably not the right word, but anyway. And then the little matching one in that pack, so still with Greenery, is this. It's almost like little, I don't know, like little flowers or vines or something down. So that's a nice geometric looking one too. I'm a bit of a fan of that. It's just something nice, isn't it, when you put them through the embossing folder. Now, this one I was quite excited with. Let me find the name. Where are we? It's called Old World Paper, and that's exactly what it makes your paper look like. It goes through, and look at this, it makes it look like, yeah, like that sort of recycled paper you've made yourself. I think it's beautiful. Nice ripple. It looks nice either side, I think. So that was a bit exciting. I'm quite liking those. There's a few more I've got my little post-it notes on in the catalogue that weren't in our pre-order range that I'm looking forward to getting. A few other things I've got out here to show you. Now, I haven't got this very organised here, but this was one of my favourites. Actually, I think I like all of the paper this year, but this one's called In Good Taste, and just have a look at this. It's just gorgeous. It's got all these nice, yeah, just looks like tiles, this one. We've got a nice little textured mat. It's just so gorgeous. I can't wait to make a lot of stuff with this. Looks like wood flooring there. What else have we got? Oh, there's some other ones that look like tiles. Where are we? So one side has got nice timber. I'm not going to be able to decide which side to use, I think. This lovely blue tile look. They should call it the flooring pack, I think. It's got lots of flooring textures in it. Now, I won't show you all. I'll just grab out a couple more. But, yeah, I was very excited when I opened this pack and was looking through it. It's just... looks very nice. This one looks like polished concrete. I think if you were doing, I don't know, if you were doing architecture, graphic design or something like that at school, it'd be handy. You could decorate all the bits and pieces. Oh, Bruno, perfect timing. It's just gorgeous. So anyway, there's a lot more in there. It's just beautiful. I love that pack of paper. There's some just beautiful papers here. Now, the next thing that I couldn't wait to have a play with was this one, the Jar of Flowers bundle. So it's got the little stamp set here. These are all of the photopolymer sets. The little jars are double-sided stamps. So one side does the outline of the jar, and then you flip the stamp over and you get like you're filling it up with water, and then all of your different flowers. Now, this was another new thing in this catalogue with the photopolymer stamps. Yeah, you've got the little picture inside the pack, so it's just a nice little visual for remembering what was in there. And the little punch. So this is the size of it. You can see next to my hand, it's just a little jar. Let me show you my play. Now, I made a few mistakes on this one, but anyway, we got there in the end. It's sort of one of those ones, I think you've got to have a play with this till you sort of get the hang of how he works. Oh, there's the little, where are we? That thing's going everywhere, but the little packet of little jars that you can stick on as well. So they come in the pack like this with the little sticky on both sides. And I don't know if you can see, if I turn him sideways, you can see it's a nice dimensional sticking up jar. So you couldn't post it with one of those, but it'd be nice to give to someone. Now, I made a bit of a boo-boo because I was so excited to use this little thing that I just went straight in, put that in, stuck it all down, and then realised that I couldn't stamp my flowers to be up close because I'd already put my little sticking up jar. So best to get all of the stamping and everything done before you pop that through. And then the little jar in the background, so if I just give a little demo here. If we stamp, if we punch out our jar, and then you stamp on another piece of paper the little bits that you want to put behind it. In between those, so don't stick it together, in between those you've got your little stick-up jar. But don't put that through until you've got all your flowers and everything all ready to go. That's my tip for today. But yeah, he's cute. So I just stamped the flowers on a different piece of paper and then coloured them in. And then you'll see it's got a little droopy bit there, and that's because when I was pressing down around my jar, I didn't realise I had black ink on my finger. So there's a nice little blob of ink under that. And I thought, I didn't want to make it all again, so we just cut an extra stamped an extra one of those and then stuck that down. So that was quite cute. Okay, and then I just cut out some of that paper I was showing you before because it looked like my jar was sort of floating in thin air. I wanted to give him a little table to sit on, so a bit of mucking around with that one. And I think if I'm doing him again, I think I'd move it all down a little bit. He's a little bit too close to the top there, but anyway, I still like it. It looks good. Okay, that's about all my first batch of favourites. I've got a few other things here, but I haven't had a good play with those yet. Ooh, am I in the right screen? Yep, there we go. What else? We've got a joining special happening as well on Wednesday. So if you do have a great big lot of post-it notes sticking out of your catalogue and you've got lots of things that you want to get, you might like to have a little think about that. You get to, I should have the numbers off by heart, but you know me, that'd be too organised. Let me find our right page. $235 of things, and the starter kit is just $169. You can choose whatever you like to put in it. If you join during June, you also get to pick a free bundle. So, and there's just heaps and heaps and heaps of these to choose from. Oh, actually, I'm not allowed to show inside there, so let me get rid of that. But there's about I don't know, I think there's 6 or 8 or so punch bundles, and then there's a whole 3 pages or so, I think, of stamp and die bundles. So pick the dearest one that you like, I think, is always a good tip. Oh, what's my little camera doing there? And yeah, so something to think about anyway. So get in touch if you've got any questions about that. I think that's about it. We're just settling ourselves back into our new routine. Hannah and I are back at school now, so she's just readjusting to being a little bit more awake in the morning and having to actually get dressed and get out of the house. I'm back to normal work now, or just about. Yeah, and then we've got Jack in another week, and we'll just be John at home. He's still working from home, well, at least until the end of June. So he'll be lonely without all of us, I think. But anyway, our coffee machine won't know itself. He's been making me a nice coffee every morning, so it's going to be funny to go back to once we all go back to normal again. Anyway, I'll leave it at that for today. Take care, everyone, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye.